I had a call one day from a gentleman that it was in really bad situation. This father of 5 kids, 4 sons, and 1 daughter, ages I will say between 13 to 4 years old. The daughter, and he was going to be in the street the same day that he called me. Somehow we managed to get the father right here to our Lawrenceville office, because he lived at that time in another county. And he came here to our Lawrenceville office with a female taxi driver. And just basically with, the clothes that they got on, and a few plastic bags full of clothes and their all the belongings. Of course, the father was extremely upset because he didn't want the children to come to us. And I told him that I will make sure that these children, will not come to us. So through general services here in our office, we managed to pay for a motel for 2 weeks. I had some of the staff, OFI, of course, wonderful case managers, to cook real food. And we provide this family for a whole weekend, home cooking. I was in touch with him daily. I told him to come here every day to ask, some other clients for work. Anything, but just to make sure that because he didn't have a job at that time. He applied for stamps, he applied for TANF, and he applied for Medicaid. And we were able to process all of that within 48 hours. My client, because I'm calling my client, sure, was able to find a job pretty soon, just doing little things, yard work, some home repairs. He enrolled the children the school next door to our office immediately. I talked to a counselor at the school to see if she could help this family to find another family to provide a home, at least a roof. And they sure did. They called me immediately that it was a family whose children also attended the same school, and they rent the basement to him and the 5 kids. With the assistance from TANF program, he is able to pay the rent every month, and he is still working, little things, but at least he has some type of income right now. In this family life, when he came to us, really has been a lot of people, from the taxi driver who, when he took this family to the motel that day, went to a dollar store and purchased plastic forks, plastic spoons, paper towels, just the basics. Then even charge for the ride. And I mean, it was just wonderful, a person that nobody knew, but she was able to do all of this for this family. Then, of course, we were able to have a roof, even if it was a temporary roof for this family, because we really encouraged this person to keep the children somehow, some way, and not come to us, because 5 kids, that's a lot of kids. Of course, our office, other churches that help to pay for the motel, and of course, our case managers, processing these cases ASAP. When I asked several of the case managers, that I had this family in real need and urgent need, I have case managers who brought the next week a lot of clothing for the boys, especially for the boys, more food. And especially this case manager, kept asking me, Pilar, do we need to cook some more food for the children? Which at that time, it was no problem because they were already receiving the, the food stamps benefits, so he was absolutely fine at that time. It's difficult for him to get a real job. So I know that he's not going to be able to find, a regular job 9 to 4 and get paid every week. But he is doing everything that he can to maintain this family together. I call him at least twice a month to make sure that, he still have a roof, he's still paying his rent, and he's still calling me a lot of times and leave messages in my voicemail to tell me that he is fine and the kids are fine. The first day when he came here, I would say that it was almost a mission impossible for him because he really thought that he was going to lose all the kids. So it became almost a personal thing for me, and I know it is very difficult because we have a lot of families in need, and unfortunately we cannot meet the needs of every family because sometimes we don't even know. But he cried like a baby, and of course in our culture, family is very important. I'm sorry. And the hugs that we kind of, exchange, it was, just truly, it was just amazing. Unfortunately, there's a lot of clients, there's a lot of stories, and of course, you cannot become personal with every single story that you have, every single client that comes to you. Difficult, but not impossible. And even if it's just one family that we can help per day, that's one family that can survive one more day. And I know that all of us, case managers, supervisors, administrators, our directors, are giving us a lot of open arms to do whatever we need to do when it has to be done, and that is incredible because you cannot be or become personal with every family. No way, absolutely no way, because you have to keep yourself sane and keep that sanity going. So when you go home, you have your family, you have your problems, and you have to deal with it. But it doesn't matter who. You can have a case manager coming and saying, Pilar, I need help with this, or what can we do for this family, or do you think you can have the supervisor, processing this case or doing this faster so we can help this family and not wait for the, normal 30 days to process a case. So every day, every case manager is doing something for somebody, and we don't know about it. And in reality, we should know, because again, I think we have a lot of negative feedback, but not enough positive feedback. And I know that every day, everybody has something positive to say and has done something positive. Some days before you come and do this job, it is a very difficult job. And some days you feel like, well, am I going to accomplish something today or not? But at the end of the day, at least one, even if it's only one person that can go home and feed their families, we're happy, very happy.